For a limited time, get up to $650 in credits per line to help you switch to AT&T when you trade in your current smartphones and buy new ones on AT&T Next. That's up to $650 in credits per line. A decision so easy, it practically makes itself. AT&T, mobilizing your world. Limited time offer. Switch offer requires eligible port-in for each line, trade-in, purchase, and service. Get minimum of $10 trade-in credit plus prepaid card and amount of device balance or early termination fee less trade-in. Monthly charges, usage, and other restrictions apply. See store for details.
Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this next or new episode of A Crazy Dream. Today, we're going to be speaking with a man who is doing amazing things in the community. He teaches, he mentors, he educates, he supports, he coaches, he speaks, and when he speaks, things happen. So today we'll be speaking with Mr. Andre C. Hatchett, and we're going to be getting him on the line in just a moment. And today I'm going to ask him questions so you can learn about what he's doing, what he's passionate about, and what his crazy dream is. You know, a lot of us have dreams and we're not making them happen, but some people are. So when we see that, we have to reach out to them and find out what's helping them succeed. Good morning, Andre. How are you?
I am doing great. How about you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining us today on this episode of A Crazy Dream.
It's an honor. It's a pleasure.
Yes, thank you. So I wanted to start our conversation by just asking you, some introductory questions because some of the people listening, might not know about you and the great work you're doing. So I wanted to just start by asking you about, I guess what you're currently working on right now.
Okay. So my current projects that I'm working on, I'm working on an online platform called the Black Real Estate School. So a lot of people in our community meaning the Black community, we do a lot of cool stuff. We've gotten really cool with the degree game. We got our degree game up, which is cool. We've been really cool. We've been advanced with the careers. We've made great strides in that realm. But a lot of us with great careers and with great degrees, we still aren't on the property game. So I decided, how can we make this, very one-on-one level so we can just show our people how it's done, bring in experts on how they did it or how they done it and whatnot. So started the BlackRealEstateSchool.com, and we're just telling people like one-on-one how to invest in property, good investments, bad investments, how to sell property, buy, flip, and hold. So that's the latest project, and it's really cool. I'm really excited about it, and people have said already in the past 3 months that it's changed their lives, and we haven't even got warmed up yet, so I'm really excited about that one.
That is amazing. So for someone who might be interested in doing real estate investing, what would you say would be a requirement to invest in real estate?
Okay. What I tell people to do is to think about it from the simplest level as possible. So here's the bottom line level. In most cases, you can get a home, you can finance a home with 3.5% down for the down payment and a 640 credit score. So I would say go to creditkarma.com for free, check your credit score. Number one, a lot of people already have that score, and if it's not there yet, there are ways on the website which tell you how to get it there. So that's one thing. Second thing is just focus on 3.5% of $100,000. Focus on that number because a lot of us would get overwhelmed and we say, "Oh my God, I have to save this, I have to save that." But well, let's just look at that home for $100,000. Maybe it could be an investment home or whatever the case may be. So that's $3,500. Most of us can come up with $3,500. It might take us a little while. Some people longer than others. But I would look at it from a simplest point of view because if you start looking at this and that, it can overwhelm you. And a lot of people don't act because they get discouraged and overwhelmed because, oh, man, I can't do this. No. Focus on it from a simple level. And the simplest level is 3.5% for the down payment and a 640 FICO score, and then go about the thought process and the due diligence from there. So start on a 101 level.
Yes, okay, that's great. That's really great advice. So I know that, you actually do some education in that realm as well. I actually get your financial Juneteenth. Like, could you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah, just financial Juneteenth. So for the audience, Dr. Boyce Watkins, him and his brother owned that platform, and they tapped on me to be some kind of financial expert, entrepreneur, guru kind of person. So they asked me, hey, Jay, like, can you give me? I was like, yeah, sure. It's cool. It's fun. It's exciting, and people dig it. So I do. I write my own articles and do some video blogging, and I interview great entrepreneurs about how they got started and where they're at and their next move. So I've actually learned a lot by doing that, by sitting back and just listening. Oh, wow, like, that's what you do. Like, that's how you did it. Okay, cool. And it just opened up my eyes to different possibilities. So it's a really exciting, it's a really cool thing. And Financial Juneteenth University is an extension of the platform, kind of on a higher level where we get into hardcore detail. And it's great. It's a great experience, and happy to be part of it.
That is amazing. So I know that, I've seen that you work really closely with Dr. Boyce Watkins, and that you also mentor and that you coach. How important would you say that it is to have, a mentor, coach, or, someone to help you and support you when you're making these changes or looking to grow?
Yeah. Well, just on like a level of a black male having a mentor in general, statistics show, I forget the exact number, but it decreases your likelihood of going to jail or being incarcerated if you have a mentor as a black man. So that's one part of it right there. So that's a huge deal. And that's also why I started the Black Man Doing It website, the rebranding of the Black Man website. So it's like a mobile mentorship academy, which is pretty cool. So when you're starting in business, it's extremely important because most people, 98% of people, have jobs. Like that's the number, 98%, give or take. So if you're hanging around people who are 9-to-5ers, they're not going to understand in general what you're doing, what you're working on, and they're going to tell you why you just get a job when it gets hard, rather than telling you, okay, that sucks. Let's go get a drink. Let's talk this over. Let's work out a plan so we can reduce this going forward, so we can help you adjust. And maybe they can just listen to you because they've been there, and they just let you vent or cry or get pissed off for a night or two. So having a mentor is extremely important for advice and just for a shoulder to just go on and say, like, hey, like, this sucks. How the hell do I fix this? Because a lot of us stop entrepreneurship even when we stop because we get discouraged. And hanging around people who don't think like us is the easiest way to subconsciously get discouraged because most people want to fit in. And most people aren't going to fit in when you're an entrepreneur. So it's extremely important. It can save you years of your life.
Wow, that's amazing. It's like you have this wealth of information right there. If you just tap into it, it's like if you tap into the right people that can help you and teach you and guide you. So I know that you have, What were you going to say?
No, it's cool. It's cool. You go.
Oh, okay. So I know that right now, you have your Manhood 101 fundamental training available. Like, could you tell us a little bit about that? Because I think that would be great for people to get. It's not available yet. We actually, I actually added some components to it, so revamping it, but it'll be out by May 13th. So basically, like a lot of brothers just don't know how to be a dude, and we're kind of in the shift. So we're kind of getting past the thug stage where people are going out to be a thug and are trying to be a thug. Like, that's kind of fading out, thank God. But what's missing, and a lot of our brothers, and you being a sister might have seen this, is just not being able to just be a dude. Like a lot of brothers just don't, who are good people, but they're so passive, and they and they lack a lot of
of assertiveness that like men generally have, whether it be how they raised or society just trying to just beat the crap out of them because they're black men, but whatever have you. We have a lot of brothers who are good human beings, but who are just lacking some manly stuff. Like, I'm shocked. I am shocked when I ride the subways that there are men sitting down and ladies over 50 standing and men under 25.
Oh, yeah.
I never thought society would get this far. Never. So it's just a bunch of little tidbits. And I'm actually going to turn this into a course, too. You asked me what one I'm working on next. I have another project coming out called Entree's Institute. And I have a few courses on there where we're going to get it's a really hardcore detail. But the audiobook is the first one of that. And really just showing good brothers, solid brothers, how to be a dude, how to be a man. And, this passive crap that's going on has to kind of stop.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I see pregnant women standing and everything, and it's just as if people don't, acknowledge these
They don't even look up. I was with someone yesterday, and this lady got up out of her seat, and the guy got right into it without even looking around to see if there was a lady around who wanted to see. He didn't do the look around and ask. I was like, wow, this has gotten so far out of whack. We got to help reel it in.
Mhm. So for those people who might be, or for those men, who especially who are seeing those negative images in the media, who are saying to themselves, what things can I do to help my children, directly? What would you suggest for them, or what would you say to them?
Great question. So I would do this. I would, one, make sure your son, nephew, neighbor, guy who you see going to work every day is seeing some kind of positive images of black men, of other black men, whatever the case may be. So if you go to our website, that we have a segment called the Mentorship Minute at blackmendoingit.com, and I basically just talk to other black men about what they do. And I specifically try to target men who are engaged or married with kids, because a lot of us just think that marriage is not cool or whatever. So I simply target brothers who are married. That's one of my main focuses. And just show them, look, here's what the norm is. Here's what's going on. The brothers play ball on TV. You know how hard it is to get a pro contract, like 0.1%, and adding like 4 more zeros before the 1%. Mm-hmm. It's crazy hard. You know how hard it is to make money in rap music. Is free, for God's sakes, on apps. So we just show them narratives where brothers aren't rapping or playing ball or even necessarily acting. Show it to them, because our minds pick up what we see. So show the positive images, and then it will just help reinforce that they're doing the right thing, or show them that, okay, look, I can do other things with my life. And I think visualization is a huge component to the black man's success rate.
I love it. Like actually seeing somebody doing it, talking to them, touching them.
It could be a big deal. It's a big deal. People sell drugs in housing projects because they see other people sell drugs in housing projects, and they have cars and they have girls, and most men want a nice car and a hot girl. But if they see the guy on Wall Street or the real estate agent who also has a nice queen and also has a hot ride, I don't have to do this. Like, and I can make more money and not go to jail. My boy Tim Jackson has or be scared or have to carry a gun. Like, I can have the same perks and not have to worry about anything. It's hard work, but shoot, like, so selling drugs. My boy Tim Jackson has a book called Real Dope, and he goes over the comparison between selling dope and buying real estate, and he shows, like, look, like, you could do this instead of that, and it's a really cool read. So it's on Amazon. Real Dope.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I think it's like changing the mindset. If you can sell this one product, that means you're a salesperson. You know how to sell. So why not sell this other product? Yeah. It's like you just have to take those skills and realign them with another profession. You can still use those same skills.
That's all it is. So, and again, I try to operate from a one-on-one level for most things that I do because I'm like a one-on-one guy. I try to master the basics and scale from there. And if you just show the brothers. If anyone watching this has any brothers, show them our site, show them the Black Business School. We have a lot of brothers on there. The Black Business School. There's a bunch of positive documentaries out. The Resurrecting of Black Wall Street, Hidden Colors. There's a bunch of information out there. But you have to shove it down their throat. Let them say, hey, look, check this out. Check this out. Watch this, buy it for them, and watch them change.
Yeah, I believe it. Even in my own life, with the more information that I gain access to and the more I learn, it's like the more you realize that you're capable of and the more possibility that you realize is available to you. So it's like you always want to you're seeking more information now. So it's like you said, when you start from that basic point, and you're introduced to information, it's like your mind is now open to this new realm that didn't know existed. So I completely understand what you're saying. So you have another project that you're working on, or that you're a part of, and it's funny because my brother calls my nephew Simba, and you're part of the Simba Academy, Safe in My Brother's Arms. So can you tell us a little bit about
That's a really dope cause that I help volunteer with. So they're brothers who are in the foster care system. They're high school age, and not too often, but like a few times a year, we meet up, mentor, play some hoops. Students versus the old people. I can't believe I'm old now. I'm 34, but I'm old. Students versus the adults. Students versus the adults, and we have we showed them how to tie. We had career day, so I told them about what I do and about where I'm at. So it's a really cool organization, and again, keeping brothers out of prison is a major focus of my life. Like, I do not want black men or anybody in general, especially black men, going to prison. Like, don't go there. Go anywhere else but there. So, and most people who are in the foster care system are most people who are in prison were in the foster care system. About 70% were either in special education and or the foster care system. So it's like a tag team effect. So if you're able to mentor them and show them other lives, it's crazy. You can make them feel worthy, because sometimes if you don't have your parents around you, subconsciously you can feel unloved and unworthy. So you gravitate towards anybody that loves you or shows you any kind of affection. That's your human instincts. So you can volunteer with them, and I'm really proud to be part of that organization. It's really rewarding. And when you mentor, it just keeps you on your toes. Like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this because I have brothers who look up to me. Maybe I should not go there because I have people look up to me, and they might see this I might not be shown in the best light. So it helps me just as much, or maybe even more than it helps them.
Yeah, it's like when you give, people don't realize this a lot of times, but when you give in an altruistic way, when you just give with love, that you don't have to expect anything back, but you often end up getting so much more back in return. Yeah,
exactly.
It might not be financial.
No. The soul works in mysterious ways. The soul works in mysterious ways, and I don't neglect the soul. The soul does wonders on personal fulfillment, and personal fulfillment can actually help you make more money indirectly because you're a happier human being internally. So when you're happier, you attract different opportunities, and people gravitate towards you. So if someone sees me making a video about something else, and they say, man, he looks pretty smart, like maybe he might know about an investment opportunity. I have 10 or 15 grand, maybe he might know about something, or maybe I could invest in his company. So personal fulfillment and spreading love and not looking for it back all the time is very good for the soul. It's phenomenal for the soul. I would advise people to do it at least once in a while to be part of it.
Yeah. No, I believe it. I believe it 100%. Like, even in my own life, I might not be making the most money I've ever made, but I feel more satisfied than I felt, I would say, in a long time. Yeah.
That's deep.
So, yeah. It's like I'm loving what I do, so it makes a big difference. So
Huge.
You're doing, like, a lot of amazing things. And I'm just wondering, what got you on this path? Like what were you doing before you started going, down this path, or before you started realizing this was your path to take?
Well, I've always been an overworker per se. So even in high school, while being a high school student, I had 2 or 3 jobs at a time, whether it be dishwashing, working at a convenience store, working at a shopping center, whatever it may be. I always was an overdrive per se. So it's just now my overdrive is entrepreneurialism, but before it was overdrive with jobs. I don't remember ever having one job maybe for a little while. So because I'm a Jamaican, maybe like it's a Jamaican thing. It's a positive.
Funny, yeah.
It's a positive stereotype that we get as Jamaicans. Hey man, you work hard. Maybe it's that, but I just like to maximize. My overall thing is to maximize my earthly existence. As weird as that sound, right? I'm here to maximize my earthly existence. So I want to maximize who I am as a human being. So it was kind of like a natural push towards entrepreneurship because there are no limits. It's on you. If you do this thing right, you can cake up, you can change lives. It's all on you. And I don't care what job you have or what career you have, there's usually 97% of those things have limitations on what they're going to pay you no matter what you do or how far you can go on the chain no matter what you do. So I like to be limitless. I don't like to limit myself. And before entrepreneurship full-time, I used to work with autistic children and special needs children for the school system in New Rochelle. It was actually a lot of fun, very rewarding. But same deal, I had, bosses over my head, and I never really liked that. So I did it for about 7 years. Very rewarding, very great time of my life. I enjoyed the work, but I just didn't enjoy the bosses. But here we are, 34 years old. So 10 years or so later, I have my own school. So I'm still teaching people, but just on my own platform. So the love for teaching and encouraging people has never gone away, but now I'm able to do it how I want to do it with my online platform. So I have that old feeling that I had when I was teaching, but it just enhanced because there's no boss over my head anymore.
I love it. Yeah, and it's like, why do you need somebody to tell you when to show up and what to do and how to do it when you can create your own vision and tell yourself these things,
Yeah, a lot of us don't, and we think that we do, and that's where we get into these problems because some people need it. I don't think everybody should be a full-time entrepreneur. I think every black person should have at least a part-time business, at least have some investment going on inside. Maybe you invest in your company, maybe you invest in my company, invest in some kind of company, stock market, whatever. But a lot of us could do our own thing if we had the right encouragement. And I'm also working on something else, which I didn't mention. It's called Accept or Create. Accept or Create. So basically, it's me and my man Sean Robinson. Sean Robinson is the youngest black franchisor in the country. So he started his moving company with no money, and now it's $1 million organization in South Florida. He does moving jobs throughout the years, and he hired college students. So me and him are going to come together and bang up this platform called Accept and Create, how to go from 0 to 6 figures in business. And we're just going to share. We're just going to teach and share and give people the hardcore encouragement and factual information that they need. Because some people, I swear, they just need some encouragement, and they can go to the moon. They have everything else. So we said, okay, let's come together. First of all, 2 black men who are their own men per se, who don't need to work together, come together publicly. One, I think that's a great thing because we need to see it. We need to get the imagery of black men who have bravado, who are their own men, working together publicly. That's one. Second thing is he has a certain skill set, I have a certain skill set, and together you're going to get both of us giving you our separate and unique skills. So it's called Accept or Create. We'll have that launched by early May as well.
That is amazing. I love that you're doing things. I love that when you think of something and you're like, I want to make this happen, that you make it a reality. You don't sit and, take, Yeah, people take 7 years to, like, you know, think about an idea, and you're like, no, this is what I want to do.
Winners don't wait.
And you take the step. Like
Winners
that.
don't
like
wait.
That.
Winners don't wait. You get it. You got to run with it, because here's what happens is you can lose motivation, one, and the feeling of not acting on something, it literally bothers my soul. So I have to act. Either win, lose, or draw, because everything that I do doesn't work out. But win, lose, or draw, I know that I went for it. It's like if you see a righteous queen, or, you know, you're just a king out there, you're like, damn, how come I didn't talk to her? How come I didn't talk to her? And I just always hated that feeling. And I just don't want to live. I don't want to live like that. I dated a woman, and she died recently. She freaking died. We dated like 2.5 years ago, and she died. And I was like, she was 36 years old, and she's dead. And it was very, very, very upsetting. You know, we didn't work out, but she was a great lady. And it was very, very upsetting. Like, man, like, you literally have to go for your things, whatever it is, if it's for the soul, for the heart, for love, for endeavors on the business tip. You really have to go for it, like, now, or else you might not be here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's very, very true. You know, like, I went through my own experiences when I was younger, and it made me realize that we think that we have all this time. We think that we can do things when we're 45, and there's no guarantee that, you know, we might not be here. That we have it. Exactly. No, it's so true. So I wanted to just ask you, you know, with all of these things going on, like you just talked about, you know, dating, relationship, like, how do you make time for that? Because a lot of people, you know, they don't, you know, they think that, you know, when you're businesses or things that you're working on, that, you know, your time is just like, they get frustrated because you have things that you have to do. But, you know, how do you find balance with all these things going on?
Okay, that's hard as hell, and I'm gonna be blunt here. So I'm gonna be how honest can I be?
Be as honest as you can.
Okay.
And it's
so
public,
you know.
So.
Okay. All right. So I'll be honest. It's hard as hell because look, now that I'm talking to you, like, I have a bunch of things that are working, right? But if we would have spoke 3 years ago, I would have had a bunch of things that weren't working. So the feeling of things not working and then having things, I'm still not there yet per se as I see myself, but I have the momentum. Things are in place for me to really kick some major butt in the next year and a half to 2 years, right? So I don't want to lose that for Jack. So it's hard to commit to a relationship because most women need certain things: time, affection, consistency, all that stuff. So I decided that it would be very hard for me to get involved into a relationship now. I tried to get in one, but she was like, you know, this, that. I was like, you know what, you're right. You should probably to other people, because I don't know what the hell I can do, because I'm trying to figure out my life now. I have things working now. I don't want to go back to things not working. It's a very dark, depressing place. So I have to go all in. So I had a friend, a platonic friend. She said, you know, I have some good girlfriends. You're a good-looking guy. I like the way you move. I went, well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. She was like, ask if I want to go with her. I said very bluntly, and I think thanks for reaching out. I appreciate it. I used the word something along the lines of, would they be into, like, dating casually or, like, friends with benefits kind of thing. I said, because honestly, I don't have the time to commit to somebody and to give them what they need. And she was a bit caught off guard because I do all this work, and everyone assumes that I'm a big relationship guy, which I am. But I know that for me to maximize myself right now, it's going to be just damn near impossible because of what the average woman needs. So I was like, yeah, I can't do anything much more than that. But I'm a great friend. We have great benefits, but that's about all I can do realistically. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's not the ideal thing, and I talk so much about marriage and all this good stuff, so it's a little bit hypocritical. But I can't get my stuff done now. And, well, I don't see myself being able to get my stuff done now at a maximum potential and to give a woman what she needs. So for me, a certain relationship isn't what I'm necessarily looking for at this exact time. But hopefully that will change in the next year or so.
Yeah. And maybe the woman that you're meant to be with is going to be really busy too. So, you know,
that would work.
Yeah.
That might work. That might work. But you're the woman that I meet, they're not. So they're ambitious, but they're usually 9 to 5ers. So it's a different level. But hey, I'm open, and I'm sure that I will be heavily involved again. But I know right now, anybody I meet, I just try to tell people from the get-go that like that's kind of what it is, and this is something you would entertain. If not, I definitely understand, and I'm not going to convince anybody to, because I'm such a big proponent on us as Black people being heavily involved and seriously involved. But I don't want to string anybody along either.
No. I mean, you know what you need, and you know what you're able to give right now. And when the time is right, the time will be right.
Yeah. So that's what it is. So, and if anybody else is out there listening to this, that it's harder for ladies to do because of the perception that if you do certain things, that you're not involved, you're this or you're that. Like, ignore that crap. Us as men, we have a better time saying it because we don't really care about the stigma, because we don't really have a stigma attached to it. But I would just tell people from the get-go, okay, this is what I'm working on. I don't know what I can give. We can give it a try, but I would just tell them from the get-go and allow them to make the decision. Okay, like I'm cool with talking every other day or seeing each other twice a week, maybe between 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. kind of things. But but that's it's tough. But me being honest from the get-go has helped, because I hate leading people on and doing all that crap. It just doesn't sit right with me. It's not the kind of guy I want to be. So being upfront, honest is the best way for me to conduct the dating life and the entrepreneur life.
No, that's great. I think that's great. So I want you to just tell the listeners a little bit about buyblacknyc.com, because I think that people need to know about this resource. Yeah.
Buy Black NYC. Give back, buy black. So we started Buy Black NYC a few years ago, like 3 years ago or so. Basically, a friend had put a post up on Facebook, are there any Black Ghost directories? I said, not that I know about. I said, let's build one. As you said before, like if I hear something good, or if I want to do something, I'm just going to after this. So we acted. So we didn't know what the hell we were doing, first of all, which most people don't know what the hell they're doing. So everyone listening to this, I don't know what I'm doing. Most of us don't. Most of us make it up as we go along, but we have the will to get it done. So don't let that stop you. I don't know, man. Listen, if you have the will, you'll figure it out. If you're a good person, you'll attract good people. But anyway, we didn't know about it, and we wanted to just show people we had to buy black, how to make $1 circulate. $1 stays in our community for 2 hours. It goes to a different community. Other communities, Asian, Jewish, 10 to 14 days. That we need to change that. A lot of Black-owned businesses go out of business because we just don't go there. They have everything that we need. Everything that we need they have, but we just don't go there. So we want them to get as easy for them as possible to do that. And not tooting our own horns here, but since we did that, I've seen a lot of other people pop up with the same idea. So I think it became very trendy, which is what we wanted. We wanted it to be trendy to simply go out of your way to buy black, or to go in your way, out of your way, whatever it can be, but to buy black. And I think we helped push the ball with that. And that was the thing. Push the needle forward was just the name of the game. We didn't really care where it would land, but as long as people started thinking about it consciously. And I see it like a trickle-down effect, so I'm very happy with it.
I love it. I think it's amazing. And I know that you also have a notary school. I'm just trying to get people to hear about these things, because I think that they're amazing resources and we need to have them. So could you tell us about what a notary is? Because some people probably don't even know that.
Yes. So basically, a notary public is commissioned by the state to notarize and certify documents. So you sign it. So I'm notarizing your documents. You sign it. I check your ID. Have you signed the documents? I sign it. I stamp it. Now, it's an official document, and it can be used for different variation of things. So when I was 23 years old, I shadowed and followed a mentor, my friend, him go back to the mentorship part, who was doing this business as a mobile notary. So basically, you go to people's homes and their offices and you do the work for them there. So it's kind of similar to a plumber or a carpenter, that if you go show up somewhere and do the job, you get paid most of the time on the spot. So it's the same kind of
Yeah.
principle, but it's just for a licensed notary public. So here we are. I started a business 12 years ago, still in business, and I said, I can teach this. I can teach this. And what pushed me, because I had this idea for a long time, but I was sitting on it, which is one of my rules, don't not do it, but I did it. I was sitting on it,
Yeah.
but I was in a car accident last year. I was rear-ended by a taxi cab when I was in a car at full speed parked at the light, and my back was just jacked up. So I said, so it forced me, because I couldn't leave and go do the jobs anymore. But so it forced me, because I still have a mortgage and 2 mortgages to pay. So it forced me to grow and to just do it. And again, I didn't know what the hell would happen. I did not know what the hell would happen. But we put it together, and it's working, because students are literally emailing me and texting me saying that they are enrolling. And even more importantly than that, they're inspired for entrepreneurship. So it's just a very great, rewarding feeling. So Andre's Notary School, it's a win. It's a win. Some people, and it's not one of those get rich things. I don't tell anyone about getting rich in the class. I'm not an over-top salesman per se. I do my best work when I'm informing people from the soul, and for me that works. So there are a lot of people that if they make an extra $100 or $300 a day, or for some people even a week, it would just change their whole dynamics. And our program showed you how to do that and some, and we're very proud of it, very, very proud of it. And going back to, we talked about mentorship, but again, like I've been kind of Boyce Watkins' understudy per se for a little while. He doesn't make me feel like that. He actually makes me feel really good about myself and what I do, and he talks to me like I'm an equal. But I see our relationship as one of like a genuine friendship, and two, kind of like an internship. So if he needed something, I would just do it. Like, yeah, hey, Jake, help me out with it. Yeah, sure. Just send it over. And I think a lot of people don't do that enough. Is they don't study under people, even if they're not getting paid or they're getting paid whatever. But study people who are doing better than you are, who are in realms where you want to go, and then we'll rub off. So here it is. I've been doing like odd jobs for him, some paid, some free, for the past 2+ years. And he actually, once I launched the school, he actually helped me promote it. So he gave me basically like a celebrity endorsement, one, and two, he helped me literally promote it. Literally, he emailed out everybody knows, Facebook did, and he just was my promotion and celebrity endorsement. So my internship for him turned into a full-fledged partnership with him 2 years later. So yeah, it's a very cool project that we built, and I'm very, very proud of it. It's probably one of the things that I'm most proud of that I've ever done.
Nice. That is amazing. That is great. So I know you have stuff to do. I want you to just tell everybody where they can find you, how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, cool. So if you want to see the projects that I'm working on, they're at andrechatchett.com, andrechatchett.com. There, I update it every few weeks because I have sometimes I do things that pop up. So you check it out there. Second thing, I have a blog on there about articles that I've wrote and interviews that I've done of people. So that's like the basic hub. The BlackRealEstateSchool.com if you want to get involved in real estate at all, and then Andre's Notary School if you want to make some nice side money or full-time money. You can check it out there. And I'm on Facebook, Andre C. Hatchett, Instagram, Andre C. Hatchett, and yeah, honored and happy to be here.
Okay, great. So to wrap up the show, Andre, I would love if you could share a crazy dream of yours. Like, what is a crazy dream of Andre's?
I don't like to use the word dream because it sounds too lofty, but I'll say a plan or a goal. I want to be minority owner of a sports team in 7 years.
I love it. That's an amazing dream. That's an amazing goal.
Yeah. That's one that I've been planning on, and I do a lot of mentorship, a lot of feel good work, a lot of Black Power work, and that's for the people. But that's just one for me. Like I just think it'd just be cool as hell just to have it. And I think that people should, even us social entrepreneurs, should have something that we do for us, solely for us. It's okay to do that. Not for everything. I think it could damage your insides if you do that. But have one thing that, this is for me. Just for, I don't know how much money I'll make for owning a sports team, a minority stake. I just want to do it because it's just freaking cool as hell. I just think it would just be dope to tell people I own a sports team. So that's one of the big ones that I have on the back burner.
Nice. I like it, and I could definitely see you doing it. It's like anything you seem like you put in your mind and you decide that you want to do, you make it happen. So
I'm going to go all out. I'm going to go all out. Die trying, I tell you that.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Andre. I'm definitely going to ask you to. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to ask you to come back on the show again so we can check in with you and see what you're up to. And
I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is a great interview. And for everyone listening, you can find us at A Crazy Dream on Instagram, A Crazy Dream 36 on Twitter, and This Crazy Dream on Facebook. And soon you'll be able to find us at acrazydream.com. So thank you so much, Andre. I'm going to be in touch with you shortly. And
sounds good.
Have a nice
Bye. Bye, guys.
Right. Bye.
A Napa guy knows not to judge a man by his car's multicolor paint job or absence of modern gadgetry. Who cares if it's technically old enough to vote and the windows are powered by the strength of your left arm? Your monthly payment is zero, and it'll stay that way. Because with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, you can keep anything on the road. She may not be pretty, but she's all yours.